Welcome back to another flight raising tutorials video. So, the other videos I kind of talked about, what you can do each day or what you can do each day and other random things that you can do each day or any other day if you decide to play flight rising. Now, this tutorial will be a bit different because I'll be working a bit more descriptively rather than checklist, because this time I will talk about dominance. What does dominance mean? Dominance means you basically what you can read here. You can coordinate and compete for weekly flight bonuses. Now, this week my flight has actually, from the previous dominance battle, my flight has won. I'm in the wind flight. I mean, come on, my name is also Ventus. Ventus means wind, so Okay, so what does that mean? You can see if you're on the first place, wind flight is currently dominant and receiving. These bonuses you will get if you're on the first place. 15% off marketplace treasure items, 5% off lair expansions, 1500 treasure each day added, and more free turns, gathering turns each day. If you're on the second place, you will get also bonuses, but a bit less than the first place. And if you're on the third place, you will receive, you only receive treasure and a gathering turn each day. So, how does dominance work, and what can you personally do to help your own flight? Well, I will show you. First thing you can do is buy cheap dragons in the auction house. How will you do this? I will open it in a separate tab for now. Now, you go to the dragons tab in the auction house. See, under shop, you see auction house. You go to the tab then dragons. And basically you will search, you can fill in your own search options here. And try to look for dragons, especially in the beginning, who will grow up very fast, or maybe who have already been grown up, and take them to the Colosseum to train them. Why? Two things. First thing is, okay, why should you buy dragons? Let me first answer that. Buy dragons because, trust me, you don't want to touch your dragons that you want to keep with this battle, because you want to keep them. Here's the thing. You know what? I'll lay this out completely differently, because I feel I'm taking the last step and going to the first step. But we should first take the first step. So what I did, especially, I found a dragon in the auction house. In this case, he's already been named. Please name your Exalt Dragons first before exalting them. It's usually nice to do so. Please don't send off dragons that don't have a name. Anyways, so what can you personally do to help with dominance? You get your dragon, maybe you even already trained him or her. You can press the exalt button then, and then in this case you will see a message saying exalting, name of the dragon, to the service of the flight deity. Will remove them from your lair forever. Forever. They will leave behind a small sum of riches that they have accumulated. This action is irreversible. Do you wish to continue? In this case, for the tutorial, seems a bit mean, but yes, I'll exalt this dragon. And then you can see named dragon, Claudio in this case, has been sent to serve directly under the flight deity, in this case Windsinger for me, and has left your lair. They left behind the following riches for you, which in my case now is 2,653 treasure. So I press OK, and then that's it. He's gone. You can still visit his page, and you can see that he's exalted, but you can't touch him anymore or get him back. No. If you press the exalt button, they're gone. Now, what use is this? Basically, there are two things at least that determine which flight will be dominant. how many dragons they will exalt. That means they as in the flight, how many dragons as in quantity, and how high their level is, which is quality. Now, as you can see, for example, this dragon is level 9. How can you raise their levels? Well, we've already heard about the Colosseum, and that's basically how you gain experience and level your dragons up. Look, for example, Turek now is level 15, Flamestorm is level 15, and right now I'm basically also training Adhe level 1. Now, basically, if you exalt, the treasure reward or the exalt reward you get is based on the type of dragon and the level and all kinds of other things. And I will show you another thing that also contributes. Exalt bonuses. Each day, exalt bonuses specifics change. Today, if you have a dragon with a tomato color as tertiary gene, you will get 2,500 more treasure above the already standard treasure, so to speak, you'll be getting from exalting a dragon. If your dragon is also a wild claw breed, you get 1,250 added to that. And eventually, or finally, if your dragon also has the bar gene, be it primary, secondary, or tertiary, bar gene is only primary? Anyways, so you'll get 1,250 added to that. So all in all, you'll have 5,000 more treasure added to the already exalt treasure you'll get from exalting the dragon if you exalt on that day that the exalt bonus is shown. So say for example, if I go back to my dragon lair, say for example I want to exalt Skip. Now all the other genes here shown are not similar to the exalt bonuses displayed on the home page, but his breed is a wild claw. So if I would exalt now, let's go back to the page. If I would exalt him now, besides the already accumulated treasure he would have gained when I exalt him, he will also give me 1,250 more. Okay, so I hope that made sense, but you'll see eventually if you will play this game and you start exalting, you will eventually see what happens. So basically, the amount of dragons you exalt as well as their level all participate in the dominance battle. The dominance battle my flight was in was against Arcane. We are now at the bottom because we're not really competing right now. Who seems to be competing? Well, Earth and Water seems to be competing now for first place next week. Until then, my clan, Arcane and Fire will all receive the dominance the dominance treasures, the dominance rewards. There. So how can you participate indirectly? There are loads of things when you go to the forums. Highly suggest you check it out, especially if you want to participate in the dominance. Please check out especially your own forums. In my case it's the wind forums, the wind sails. These are specifically to your flight. But if you're in the fire flight, it's probably saying fire forums and fire sails. If you're in the plague forums, plague sails, etc. Check it out because you will have topics that will try to organize a dominance push. And if everyone in that flight helps to participate in that, you will very likely be able to win, or at least win a spot in the dominance section. I would also highly suggest to check it out because you have lots of more experienced players. I'm not that experienced I'm just making these videos to help newcomers, but trust me, there are a lot more experienced ones. They will tell you what is a good price to buy an Exalt hatchling or dragon, and it changes every day. The longer the dominance push takes, the more expensive the hatchlings will be, etc. What are good prices? What are good levels to Exalt hatchling? Dragons. You can train a hatchling. What are good? What are good prices? What are good dragons to Exalt? Are there people that can help you train the dragons? Because yes, they are there. Split rewards, etc. Try to partake in all these things. If you need help, feel free to message me. Whether you're in the wind flight or not, I don't mind helping you. And that's it for this day. This time I think I've explained everything about the dominance push. If I missed something, feel free to comment below, or send me a message, but preferably comment, and I will see you in the next video. Hope you had fun and enjoyed this tutorial. Goodbye!